Hey guys, coming back for grip strength tutorial number 2, and also extensor strength tutorial. So like I talked about in the last video, you want to work both the grip of your fingers, closing in and holding on and hanging on to things, and you also want to work on that extensor strength. So I'm just going to finish up with some of the grip strength stuff you can do using weights and other kinds of strongman kind of methods that you can do in a lot of different places and with a lot of different objects. If you don't have maybe some of the equipment, then you can figure out a creative way to use some other equipment. So, and something I didn't discuss in the last video that I wanted to talk a little bit more about was how when you are doing these workouts, have the more complex movements, like if you're hanging and you're climbing on stuff, if you're doing dynamic movements, have that at the beginning of your training, and then towards the end of the training do the grip burnouts or the hangs from either the Frenchies, so you could have your arms flexed or fully extended or whatever, and you could have a lot of different creative varieties of those exercises and those movements and those holds. So the first thing I want to go through is the odd object carry or drag even, and you can just carry, this is a weight vest of 80 pounds, and the first thing you want to do is get your shoulder kind of back, rotate it back, and then you're safe to carry heavier objects. And you can basically just have it protecting your shoulder socket when you roll your shoulder back like that. So you don't want it to be forward and you don't want it to be sagging down. You want it to be strong and back like that. And you can do farmer's walks, you can do suitcase carries. Farmer's walks are if you have two weights in your hands, then you have more balance usually. Suitcase carries are a little trickier because you're walking kind of this weird gait pattern because you're lugging one side, you have a big weight, and especially if you have an odd object like this weight vest versus if I was just to have a dumbbell like this, and basically it's just whoop, and then you can carry it, and you want to keep this slightly bent right at the elbow. As you fatigue, you're going to start to get all the way out, and if you really had to hang on to it, you'd want to do a hook grip, which is basically just holding on to your thumb. And a lot of powerlifters and strongmen and everyone, they do that if they're really fatiguing and they're in a competition or something. But that's not going to train your grip. You want to really train just holding on to it. And so you can do a dumbbell complex as well, where you pick it up, you press, you bring it down, you row, stuff like that. If you just don't let go of the dumbbell, then you're working your grip. And then there's also lots of grip exercise tools out there. There's finger extensor rubber bands. You could invest in them, but you can also just work on that part, that exercise, and you can work on doing these where you just do fingertip push-ups or plank, and you just kind of spread your fingers and try to squeeze the ground, and you can do push-ups, you can do one arm plank, stuff like that. You can do one arm push-ups as well. Let me see if I got it. No, not today, but I have in the past. Trust me. So Here's another grip tool. This is a 200-pound Captains of Crush gripper. So it's level 2. As you see, it's backwards, but it's 200 pounds and it's really hard to close all the way. But just working on this, and they make cheap ones. You could get it like Modell's or Sporting Goods Place, Dick's, whatever. This is basically something they do in a lot of martial arts training. Is they just kind of roll up a rod with a string and a weight at the bottom. This doesn't have a weight on it, but you could make your own, and you just roll it up and then roll it down, and that really helps your wrists and your grip. And if you play lacrosse, or you have just like a big stick with like a long head, you can do this exercise where you just hold it out and you rotate up like that. And you can also do it standing and just have your wrist like so, and then just bring it up and bring it all the way down like that. And you can, if you have a lacrosse stick, you can do a lot of wrist stuff. You can rotate it, you can throw it up, stuff like that. You can cradle. And like I said, you can just get a big like stick and just do that without or just holding at the end, and that way it's just more weight on that part of your body, on that wrist. So here's another thing you can do. If you have a chair or a stool like this, then you can grab so you can grab the same side that you're on. So if I'm on the right side and I'm using my right hand, then I just grab the right side. If I'm on the left, then it's the left. And you want to start with one knee down, and then just kind of get in there and extend out. And so it's basically, you just switch the knee that you're on, and then it's kind of like the previous exercise with the lacrosse stick. One more exercise I can show real quick is here are you could do this with a door or just any kind of tall, like I guess pole or plank you could use. So just like something that's like just about this much to grab on, and you can get down low, and you can do a row into it, keeping your core tight and engaged, and just hold on and lean back. But obviously catch yourself if you fall back. But that's one more thing you could do on your door at home, or just a plank that you find kind of like on the swing set. And that's it mostly for grip. Really, there's a lot of different weighted stuff you can do, like I kind of showed you. I also have the rec bag, which you could grab on here and just drag along, and that's another challenge. And for other extensor stuff, or other wrist stuff rather, here, whoop, you can do planks on the backs of your hands. It's a little bit more extreme, but it's basically you just build up to it. And I've gotten to the point where I can do one hand like that, but you really got to start just on your knees and just pushing into your hands like that, and also just getting your wrists and your fingers very mobile will really help you with your grip strength journey, because you have to kind of relax and also just like strengthen the joints themselves. Like really take like the kind of Muay Thai approach and just like kind of hit the crap out of your joints and like kind of just endure that initial discomfort and really listen to your body. Like I said in the last video, a lot of grip strength stuff and strongman stuff, you got to just listen to your body, your joints, your ligaments. If you're still sore, that's not going to be your muscle, that's going to be the actual ligament, and that takes longer to repair, so you got to be careful. And the bones, they take a little while to repair, but it's actually, I think it's quicker than the ligaments, because the ligaments are like a lot tougher and flexible and functional than bones are. So you gotta like take all that complexity into account. And that's really it. I can't really think of anything else for you guys. Just like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And also ask me if you have any questions on any exercises or any facets of your training in your body that you'd like to improve. And check out my Fruitarian life videos, my Yahweh life. I only have one video of that so far. And yeah, if you like those, do the same thing. Give me some love and give me feedback, because that will help as well. And just bringing more of what I have to offer to you guys, and also getting some back from you guys. Just some feedback is always appreciated. So I really appreciate y'all for sticking through another part of this movement tutorial, and I will get on to some more stuff this weekend and keep trying to upload a good amount of videos. So love, vision, and strength. Peace out.